I experience a lot of pain as my muscles will diminish to basically skin and bone on my right side. You know, like bones sticking up and big muscles all gone. And once I did even engage in some movement in my hands and my feet, very painful to re-engage the whole mechanism of an arm, as it'll sag. I mean, my arm, if you looked at the shoulder at one point, and it hung there like a piece of dead flesh. Well, all those ligaments that will align or tighten up the shoulder and keep it in the socket, well, they too will like lax off and not hold your arm properly. So when you do re-engage your arm and you feel that pain, it's pain. It's like devastating pain. You don't want to feel that pain. But instead of taking drugs, you know, maybe sling it or put it in a position where it won't give you that harsh a level. I mean, everybody's got breaking points, and I certainly wouldn't think less of anybody or judge anybody who feels the need of taking a painkiller. Man, you know, I feel for you, buddy, because I was in many of those times almost gonna take it, but I didn't, and instead endured the pain, and it was good for me. I mean, it caused me to have a quicker recovery. It made me actually recover a lot. Basically, outside of having some slow movement and it's less reactive, I can walk. I can pick up a cup of coffee. I can't carry that coffee around across the room because it'll end up on the floor. I haven't really gained my ability to control it well, but that'll come with time. My friends that chose to take the drug path and basically let themselves be knocked out and felt it comfortable that they would go to sleep and spend most of their lives sleeping and disconnecting from reality, well, they're still in beds, and always on occasion when they do call me and ask me how did you do it and so on, because they're looking for some direction or some support, they don't necessarily, they would rather not really believe that the drugs are an issue, and they might not be. You know, who am I? I'm not a doctor. So I really don't know what kind of damage would not let you allow movement back in your arm or leg or so on. So don't look at me as being judgeful or whatever and, oh no, you're on drugs and you're doing the wrong thing kind of deal. You do what you got to do to make yourself well, and along the way make life acceptable to live by. I mean, who wants to wake up in the morning and go to bed at night with pain all day? I mean, unless you like that kind of thing. I certainly don't. I still have a lot of pain, and your brain has the ability over a long period of time to like shield it out, become less intense. I mean, after all, if you could actually believe that the pain you're feeling is not really something hurtful, or you didn't break it, or have a bone sticking out through your skin, thus drawing attention to it so that you don't move it. If you can actually believe that that pain is not real, and although quite painful, you shouldn't feel it, or tell your brain to stop flagging it because you know it's there. I took some medication. It was called, what was it? Oh, I'll come back to it later. And it was just stuff that was supposedly supposed to disengage your brain to chronic pain. And, well, it helped a bit, but because of my nature, which was like, screw the drug thing, I gave it up pretty quick, and I just basically succumbed to the idea that pain was going to be a reality for me. And I can lie in bed and wallow in my pain and be upset and cry about it, or get on with it. So I got on with it, sort of, because hey man, I'm still living in a basement suite, and I don't like going out much. I'm stuck to my TV screen, watching television, watching days go by, feeling sorry for myself, depressed, like a great deal of time. Still am. It's like a big effort nowadays where I would like push myself to go out and have a coffee. I actually did that today, and it actually gave me this little inspiration to come sit here for the first time and, well, talk to anybody who's going to listen a little bit all about my experience and where I am mentally and physically. And I'm not sure what this is all about. I'm not even sure why I wrote the blogs for an entire globe to read. It's very personal, and it's almost like writing a diary. But here I am, sharing an experience. Maybe somebody will be looking at it and pick up on it, or need it to get on with things. I found it quite useful that when I was in GS Strong, there was this young gentleman, which I believed, had a car accident or a motor accident or whatever. Anyways, he was pretty messed up. And I remember him telling me that doctors told him that he would never walk again. And he wouldn't put up with that. So he still has problems, some mental issues, and a lot of pain. Here we go with the pain again. But and hell, he's got parts of him he can't even feel. But he started walking. He said it was like he started by crawling, actually. So, and then when he started getting his limbs going, he didn't take the elevator, the easy way up. He challenged himself to take the stairs, hold railings, an elevator that would take him but seconds to go down to a certain floor. He would spend 10 or 20 minutes getting there, going up and down the stairs. What I got out of that discussion was your brain, needs to be challenged. And if it's not, it'll be complacent and believe that it's not going to, well, it doesn't have to fix anything. If you don't really want it to fix anything, it's not going to. I mean, if you're happy with just walking around and your left arm working and not your right, and you can live with that and believe to your core that, one arm's better than two, and the doctor told me that I'm never going to use it again, there's a good chance that you aren't going to be able to use it again. You're going to be just like waking up and sort of uncomfortably happy that at least you got your left arm and not your right. It might be your right leg or left leg. It's irrelevant what the problem is. But if you feel you can live without it, you're not gonna engage it into restarting or getting things going.